here. It is Monday morning. It's about 7:46 a.m. And today is a little untraditional. I am heading out to Sioux Falls again today. We'll get into that a little more. I haven't vlogged at all this last week. We had a medical family emergency. I don't know how else to say it. Like I said, I'll get into that on the drive. So I'm going to take you guys with me on my drive today, and I'm just going to kind of talk and let everyone know what's been going on. And I wasn't going to vlog about this. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but my daughter thought it was a good idea. She thinks that maybe we can help somebody else out there with what we've had going on in our family. So we'll get into that. I will get emotional like this, so I apologize. This actually is why originally I wasn't even gonna I don't know, my whole life's been turned upside down this last week, so I don't know where to go with it from there. So yeah, I don't know. I'd say enjoy the ride, but it might not be that enjoyable. So, but we'll take you guys along with me. I'm gonna stop and grab some gas, probably grab some munchies, something to drink, and we'll hit the road. Okay, you guys. So we are on the road. We are headed out to Sioux Falls. My youngest daughter is at the Avera Children's Hospital. We have a family meeting today, so I will be meeting my ex-husband out there to see if we can bring Lily home today. So I can just give you guys a quick overview, might not be quick, of the events that led me to today. I don't know why God keeps bringing me to this whole depression subject. I don't know. All I can do is talk about it, hopefully help somebody. I don't really know. But so anyways, last Sunday, I do have to get something to drink. I am like dying. Last Sunday we got hit by a snowstorm. We were a little short-staffed. I went in to move snow. Normally I would get the kids at 5 o'clock on Sunday, because my husband and I, we have a custody of, we have 50-50 shared custody, and so we just go from a Sunday to Sunday schedule, so we just flip-flop. We live in the same town, everything's whatever. And so I couldn't get her right at 5 because it took us a little longer to move snow. So by the time I picked her up, it was about 8 p.m. Sunday night. So I brought her home. Let's see, we got Dairy Queen, and then we went home. So we had dessert before supper because I hadn't eaten yet. So we got Dairy Queen. Then we went home. I made some supper. Lily went to bed. The next morning, so it's Monday morning, this is last week, Lily had gotten sick through the night, so she told me she had thrown up, and she did. She clearly had been sick in her room. Yeah, I thought that she just had gotten sick. So we went on our day as usual, and it was getting to be about the time to bring her to the bus, because she's walking, talking, she's coherent, she's not acting sick, like flu sick, the symptoms. So, okay, let's go to school. Must have been something you ate or didn't eat. We had dessert before supper. She actually didn't eat much supper because we filled up on ice cream, sort of a thing. So, we're getting ready to go, like, get your shoes on, let's go drop you off at the bus. And she said, Mom, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, okay, what's up? And she said, well, I'm afraid to because you'll get mad. And I'm like, okay, well, what is it? And she's like, no, you're get mad. I'm not going to tell you. No, I'm not going to tell you. And I said, well, is it about me? And she's like, no. And I said, well, then why would I get mad? I have nothing to get mad about. So I said, can you just tell me, honey, please, can you tell me? Because then at this point I could tell something's bothering her. I don't know why I'm wearing these sunglasses. It's like raining. And so she said, well, I'm going to write it on a note because I'm scared to say it out loud. And I said, okay. So she got a piece of paper, wrote something down, handed me a note. And the note said, Mom, I tried to kill myself last night. I took a whole bunch of pills. That's it. That's all it said. So, I said, honey, where are the pills you took? And she's like, you said you wouldn't get mad. I said, I am not mad. I promise you I'm not mad. Nobody's mad. Nobody's in trouble. Everything's fine. You just need to show me what pills you took. And so Lily does, this is not something new that Lily's has problems with depression. She goes to a therapist. She's been going since Donnie and I got a divorce. She had just recently got on some antidepressants. And so the first bottle she hands me is her prescription antidepressant, and it's gone. Every single pill she took out of that. And then she hands me a bottle of Tylenol. Gone. Completely gone. She took the whole entire pill. Her bottle. And then another, like a pain reliever. Completely gone. And then I think, thankfully, I think this is a good thing, but she didn't know what a laxative was, so she had taken a whole bottle of laxatives. I think maybe that's what made her throw up, and then by the next morning she was cramping so bad and had diarrhea, obviously, from those. So then I said, honey, we have to, I grabbed all the empty bottles. Luckily, the only prescription thing she took was her own prescription. I guess I don't really take anything, but you always have kind of like those old bottles that you don't get rid of for whatever reason, just in case. Well, I might need this sometime, even though it's irrelevant to anything you have, probably expired. Get rid of that shit out of your house. So thank God she didn't touch any of that. So I grabbed the empty bottles, and I couldn't get a hold of her dad, and I couldn't get a hold of anybody, and so we went straight to the emergency room, and I told Lily then at this point she thinks she's in trouble or she did something wrong, and that's not what I was trying to tell her. I just wanted her to know that we need to go there. It's not like you didn't do anything wrong. Obviously, you shouldn't take those pills, but I told her, I said, we have to put a 72-hour hold on you. I didn't know what to do. All I cared about was getting her help immediately because of the pills she took. And I'm already thinking of, like, the long haul because I've been down this road before. So we went in, and we gave them the pills. This was premeditated because she had written down all the bottles of what she took, and she had counted all the pills before she took them. So we could give them some pretty exact information. Right away when we got there, they called poison control. Well, they took some blood tests and stuff to check the levels of the Tylenol in your liver, because your liver will start failing. And that was the biggest threat when we first brought her in, was those levels were so high in her liver. So they started a medicine to, I don't know the word, counteract that. But those levels were so high that they called in a helicopter. We had to have her airlifted to Sioux Falls. And then, so we went to the children's hospital in Sanford. So that was Monday morning. They airlifted us out. We stayed in ICU for, were we there just until Tuesday? I can't remember, but they just monitored her closely. They had to continue with that medicine to get those levels to drop in her liver, so everything turns out fine. You know, she's healthy, everything's good. So from there, they moved her to, that's when we went to the Avera Children's, and now we're working on more of the psychiatric stuff. So she has to take classes, the cognitive behavioral, the mindfulness, all of that stuff. Hopefully we're bringing her home today. I'm scared to bring her home. I don't know. It's just it's going to be a whole nother life for us now. I think what hurts the most is I think about how I felt right before I did something like this, and I just think about Lily feeling that so lost and alone and just unloved, and you know, I mean, it's just hard. You don't ever want your kids to feel that way. You know, you never want your kids to feel that way, and here we are. I'm just glad we're getting her help. I'm glad she will talk to a therapist. I'm glad that, you know, the school counselor's called a couple times, because Lily will go in there and say, I feel like hurting myself today. So I'm glad that she feels like she can talk. I thank God she told me what had happened, because if I had sent her to school and we hadn't got that medicine in her, that those levels would have just kept going up because these pills were in her system. I need a minute here, so. Oh, sorry, you guys, I got a little sidetracked there. It's still a hard subject for me to talk about, and even clearly, because my mind and everything is just. Thank God that work is understanding of this. Chant and Amy and Ashley and those guys. I missed work all last week, and they didn't make me feel bad about it at all. They're good people. And Brad has helped me out. I mean, holy cow. Just an absolute rock. My sister came out to visit. Thank her for that. So, but I don't know. I don't know. You know, I immediately think that it's my fault, but maybe it's school. I mean, life's hard for kids anymore, you know? Or if you get bullied, you know, back in like the 80s or whatever, when I grew up, you could go home and get away from that. But now you can't. I mean, with these stupid phones, you can just get bullied all the time. 10 o'clock at night, you can get bullied. It doesn't matter, you know? So it's just hard for kids. I don't know. I just think we have to love our kids extra hard, and we have to like stop being shitty people too. You know, that's another thing. It's just, if you want to raise good people, you have to be good people. So just like be good people. To tell you one thing, that I came back stronger than ever from that situation, and Lily will too. And together, we're going to speak about this openly, and we're going to help people. This is nothing to be ashamed of. Being depressed is not shameful. Okay? That is normal. It's normal. If you get to the point where you don't even want to live anymore, you need to reach out to somebody. Or if you see somebody who just isn't themselves anymore, just reach out to them. Be nice. Just be nice for one day. You know, the whole pay it forward thing. If you be nice to them, maybe they're near the edge. And that one nice gesture is enough to keep them around that extra day. But the biggest thing is, I know Lily feels like just isolated, like, what's wrong with me? There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with feeling like giving up or being unhappy, okay? And sometimes you don't need to put on a happy face for anybody. Be sad. Be sad for a day or two. If you need help, ask for it, okay? I mean, there's lots of things. The postpartum depression, nobody told me how horrible and isolated you feel. And everybody's like, oh, you're a new mother, you should be happy, you should this, you should that. I was miserable, and nobody told me that that is a normal feeling. It is normal. And I love my kids, I love them, but it's normal to sit at home and just feel like you're worthless. And nobody tells you that. So you sit at home hating yourself for feeling this way. That is a normal way to feel. So we need to address this mental health issue. It is out of control. And we can be open about so many things in this world, but we have to still act like, oh, she's just looking for attention. Maybe she is she's looking, yeah, help me. That's what kind of attention people are looking for. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm going to sign off for a little bit, you guys. I have to get something to eat. I need to get something to drink. To hell with my makeup, I guess, right? So, yeah, we'll just keep on keeping on. Okay, so I am at the hospital. I am going to go break out my little angel here. So, this is it for this video. If you didn't get anything else from the video, just be kind and be good people. That's all I can say. So, next video hopefully will be a little happier. We'll catch you guys later.